We have so many cool games coming this year, dude. And this game right here, this game just popped out of nowhere like 5-6 days ago and is now shot all the way up to being one of my most anticipated. I don't know how many of you played Temtem, the original Temtem. It was a MMO, a multiplayer MMO, which I know MMO stands for massively multiplayer, but it was multiplayer in respect to the fact that you had two different players that could join the team and then tackle like the entire world and all of the content together, which was very, very cool. But it was an MMO, and so that you could see hundreds of people out in the world engaging with one another, interacting with the world, capturing Temtem, just doing all of the activities and everything. It was effectively an MMO, but the max party size that allowed for you to engage with the content was 2 players. So it was a multiplayer MMO. And then as of today, wow, we got something special coming. Now, I don't support Kickstarters. I never tell people to back games that are released onto Kickstarter because I just don't trust them. But in this instance, Temtem is an already established game with an already established developer and publisher. So, I don't know, I feel like I can give them a little bit of leniency here. Temtem Pioneers is a brand new real-time combat survival game that allows for you to play the game both solo or completely co-op, surviving a wild frontier with over 200 Temtem, which sounds really, really cool. So far, in 5.5 days, they have raised almost $250,000. They had a goal of $100,000 with almost 2,700 backers, which is incredible because the reach and the potential of this game just seems incredible, especially after seeing games like, oh, there goes like another $100, after seeing games like Pow World take off to the extent that it did. They hit 200% funded in 8 hours. That's actually kind of crazy. The stretch goals seem to be crystal biome, fossil, Thames unearthed, and okay, we can't see any more than that. The game, your airship, the narwhal, is crashed. Okay, so this actually looks kind of cool. That's very large, but so we're gonna have a fully 3-dimensional world. I think that's awesome. I loved Temtem. I did multiple videos on Temtem, and yo, I can't wait to actually see the world fully realized in 3D and allow for you to properly engage and interact with it. The narwhal has crashed, and what was supposed to be a routine trip has become an intense situation where you must find your way through a previously unexplored frontier. Step into the Downbelow, a vast and untamed region where Temtem roam wild, and every expedition opens a door to new discoveries. I hope we can like capture the Temtem and we can like ride them and we can put them to work just like you could in Pow World. You're stranded with Dr. Sasia's voice through a makeshift radio being your only guidance and connection with the Airborne Archipelago. Far from the comforts of home, you must explore unknown lands, find shelter, grow alongside the Temtem that will help you survive this incredible and challenging world, answer the call and become a pioneer of the Downbelow. And graphically, this looks good. It kind of reminds me of RuneScape Dragon Wilds a little bit. Rather than constant pressure and fear, survival mechanics in Temtem Pioneer focus on adapting to and learning about the world around you. Gathering resources, crafting tools, and building a safe home help you explore farther and stay ready for what lies ahead. Nature in the Downbelow is your biggest source of supplies. As an unexplored region, technology is scarce, and it's up to you to develop it. Gather all you need to build a home away from home, craft tools that help you progress, adapt, and thrive, and expand on technology to help you throughout your journey. So very much so a survival game so far. It does look like the pals seem to be helping you though, much like they do in Pow World, which is really good. Alone in a strange land, your base will provide security and comfort. Build a home for you and your Temtem. I ain't doing that. With useful or decorative furniture, my wife, Mrs. Stixwell. And create a place that you can come back to in the midst of discovering the Downbelow frontier. It looks like there are a lot of people here. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I wonder the scale of the co-op that this is going to actually utilize. Temtem are more than creatures to collect. They're essential partners in survival. Fantastic. Discover and tame over 200 Temtem, from newly uncovered species native to the Downbelow to familiar Temtem rediscovered in the wild. Each one brings a unique set of moves and stats to help you explore, gather resources. This sounds very much so like Pow World, and I am all for it. I hope we can pick one up and use it like a flamethrower or a machine gun or a bazooka. Traverse dangerous terrain and overcome challenges. Every expedition pushes you deeper into the unknown to discover the vibrant, beautiful, and untouched world where you learn to survive together with your Temtem. Oh, it's so cute. That actually look really cool. No, that looks sick. Help your Temtem grow, evolve, and sweet, so they can evolve and improve by learning more about them. The more Temtem of a species you tame, the more the species will develop. You can also further their development by using them in battle or farming with their help. Oh, that all sounds really cool. That really, really does. I'm very glad that they are taking such a strong Power World approach. Pedigree can unlock new techniques for that Temtem species overall, not just specifically to that singular Temtem, as well as improving or even exchanging existing techniques. Pedigree is also key in upgrading your Temtem stats permanently and in favoring their evolution. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Your Temtem are more than your battle buddies. They are helpful travel partners that can assist you in traversing the world. Different species of Tems will be more adept for certain terrain, from riding across the meadows to gliding in the sky, climbing up cliffs, or surfing the waves. Craft saddles and ride with your Tems through uncharted territory. That all sounds really cool. Fuck, dude. It's Power World, but with Temtem. Yo, we need more games like Power World, and this is freaking one of them. Ever wondered how it feels to experience combat through the eyes of your Temtem? Now you can. Take full control of your Temtem in an all-new combat system, bringing up to 3 Temtem into combat and switching between them instantly. So kind of like a gacha game, like gacha combat. Chain techniques, dodge incoming attacks, and create powerful combos as you adapt to constantly shifting encounters. Every Temtem offers a distinct playstyle. Can you master each one? That's sick. That is, because that means you're like directly involved in the fight, whereas in Power World you'd use like weapons from a distance and you'd let your pal kind of like do whatever they wanted. We've moved away from the turn-based combat and have created a brand new combat system, which is great. Connect attacks to perform combos that leave your enemies out of breath. Enjoy overpowering your opponent through a series of quick blows. Apart from their 3-hit combos, Temtem possess unique techniques that they can cast in combat. From physical charges and blunt force to long-range attacks from a safe distance, every technique Tems learn is associated with a specific type and is affected by type matchup, so pay attention. So there's still like strengths and weaknesses, like fire beats ice and water beats fire and grass beats water, etc., which is very cool. In Temtem, Pioneers, Tamer, and Temtem bonds can take battles to the next level by enabling synergies. They modify a technique to make it more powerful, something entirely new and fresh, or even changing its type altogether. For Temtem in the Downbelow, synergies are born from Tamer-owned trinkets, in a totally different approach from the original Temtem game. Take your Temtem further with trinkets you can craft and experience a connection with your Tems like never before. Recovery. In the technological desert of the Downbelow, you won't have access to the heal Tem station that Tamers of the Archipelago have grown accustomed to. Very true, so you're gonna probably craft. Get cooking. Tamers, your nutritional dishes and syrups are what will keep your Temtem healthy. Find the required ingredients and prepare them in the cooking stations to recover your Tems after you've been knocked out in combat. I actually hate cooking in survival games. Thankfully, Mrs. Sticks is okay doing so. Taming, and this is, I think, the most important part. I love the taming aspect of games like Power World or even Ark Survival Evolved. Your bond with your Tem starts at capture. Craft rudimentary Tem cards with Sasia's guidance. Tem cards, not Tem balls, right? They know they can't have a spherical object thrown at creatures to tame them. Use them to tame your future companions through a totally new taming system. Develop your Tem cards further for better success. The Downbelow is unpredictable, alive, and full of opportunity. Resources must be gathered, shelters must be built. Preparation is key to every journey beyond your base. Wild Temtem roam freely. The environment constantly challenges your ability to adapt. It offers many interesting challenges, discover hidden secrets, new lands, and mysterious Temtem as you explore this untamed world. I'm looking at the biomes here, and they actually all look very cool. It actually kind of reminds me a lot of, and I hate to say it, but Power World. Which is great. Downbelow is vast and houses different biomes, each with their own unique Tems, resources, and vibes. From peaceful meadows and dense forests to murky swamps, scorching volcanoes, and vast deserts. Defeating powerful biome bosses gives access to new areas and better tools. Interesting. So you have to defeat bosses of each biome to actually access a new area. So this kind of functions like a gym leader would, prevent you from moving to a next town in a Pokemon or the Temtem game, unlocking new mechanics that push your journey deeper into the world. Powerful bosses for each biome are waiting for you in the Downbelow. Each biome guardian will test your preparation, your teamwork, and mastery of your Temtem's moveset. Overcoming them will grant you the resources to open the path forward, but you'll have to figure out their patterns and weaknesses in order to defeat them. Trinkets are useful objects you'll keep on you at all times. Get resources from defeating bosses and craft and experiment with trinkets to unlock new depths of your Downbelow journey, like access to new biomes. Interesting, very interesting. Synergies and improvements to your Tems. So trinkets to unlock new depths, like access to new biomes. So there's a lot of depth to this from what I can see, which is very cool. Here's a co-op section. Face it down below alone or join others in co-op play. Work together to build settlements, explore enchanting regions, discover new Temtem as a team. Cooperation opens up new strategies, new experiences, and stories you'll share with friends for years to come. Who said survival can't be fashionable? Find a new way to express yourself, even in dire circumstances. Customize your character and let your clothes speak for you. So there's going to be character customization, character outfits. Here are the different tiers or rewards for backing the project, add-ons, and here's the status, I guess. This is also an important part. We've been working on Temtem Pioneers for a couple of years now, learning a new engine as we go, exploring new mechanics, a new genre, and setting a path for the future of the Temtem IP. And if this is anything to go off of, it actually looks pretty solid. Our team has grown and we feel ready to tackle a new adventure in the Temtem series and to give existing Temtem fans and new players another wonderful adventure to immerse themselves into. We're in full production mode already and cannot wait to hear what everyone thinks. We've already made good progress on the core features of the game, especially the combat system, which is one of our biggest focuses. We want it to be thrilling and be an homage to Temtem, all while being its own thing. We're now working on putting all of those features together to craft a well-structured game experience. Our next steps are creating a playable vertical slice to then create an alpha that our backers can test. I was actually a part of the original Temtem alpha, the Temtem betas, the Temtem launch. They sponsored me repeatedly, and I very much so appreciated the opportunity to work with them. They were all very passionate, very talented, and they created a very good game in the form of Temtem, which was like a version of Power World that existed before Power World, like a competitor in the creature collection genre before Power World existed, and was one of the first major, I think, competitors to Pokemon on PC. So I'm curious to see how this ultimately ends up, because this all looks very cool, and I'm very excited. Once again, I know that this is on Kickstarter, but at the end of the day, this is a game that I think could actually achieve what they set out to achieve, and that is craft a really fucking good game, because Temtem itself was a really good game. I will not support this personally here, but I will support it in the form of doing videos on it, covering the different stages of development, and telling you guys that it's available, and if you want to support it, then you can. But make sure to always do your due diligence first. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.